social studies and science are very infrequently, you know, they're not tested all the time. So this may be something that the board wants to discuss amongst themselves too, is the ability as the system matures of having the report cards match up with the curriculum mastery outcomes for them to get some sort of summary information by those mastery outcomes. And what another wonderful tool to help manage, you know, meeting the mission of every child, meeting the learning standards that we set. So that was just my perspective on the being able to join the report card committee, and I thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Sandra. We appreciate it.
You guys have a great summer. Thanks.
Bye.
Stay in, Sandra. Okay, others, open forum, please. Yes, please.
Hi, my name is Michael Rack, and I know you guys are talking about the ERO this evening, and there was recently an ERO penalty that was paid by the school district. And I just want to know if, when that teacher or administrator retired, did the board know what the fine was going to be? Because it's a simple formula as to how many years they work, and how many years they work, and how old they are. So I just want to make sure that the board was aware of this fine when they approved the retirement. And also, you know, it's a good thing that we're in such good financial shape that we didn't have to worry about the fine. So there's nothing we can do about these fines. But if it happens again, is the board going to be aware ahead of time? I don't know if they were aware ahead of time before this one happened, but it's just, someone should be keeping track of these people when they retire, if they're eligible for retirement. Because if they don't have enough years in, then there's even a bigger fine that occurs to the district. So hopefully that'll be discussed when you guys discuss the BRO tonight.
Thank you, Michael. Anyone else this evening? Okay. And we'll move on to our consent agenda, consisting of approving the regular meeting minutes of April 20th, 2011, approving the closed session meeting minutes of April 20th, 2011, approving organizational meeting minutes of April 28th, 2011, approving payment of April payroll, May warrants, approving the milk bid, approving the paper bid, approving the hot lunch contract renewal, approving cleaning service contract, appointment of our auditor, approving the student transportation agreement, and approving school board section 2 and acceptable use policies. I'll first ask for bill checker for this month.
I was bill checker.
Anything you want to bring to the board's attention?
The only thing that was real, well, there were just two things really. Catherine answered all my questions, but the one thing that was glaring was the number 7, Board of Ed number 95, which is a payment that we make for the special ed tuition for fiscal year 2011. And then just the, what was the other one? Oh, and then number 67, which was a little bit of a bummer because we had parking lot patch because of bad weather. Like we're all patching our driveways, I'm sure. That was made to work as paving.
Anything else that you have? Anyone else on the bills?
I just had, where was the patch made? Do you know?
So the elementary school is in the parking lot. I think it's the second row, somewhere in the middle.
Mhm.
And at the middle school, it's just by the garage.
Oh, okay.
Anything else on bills? Okay, comments on the consent agenda.
I have a clarification on the board minutes of April 20th, page 29, under open forum. Darius's comments were the second sentence, the expressed concern that the board was discussing elimination of the busing. You know, we weren't discussing it at that time, the entire board, if we just want to say that, expressed concern that a board member
Yeah, it wasn't elimination.
It was basically the fees too, and then later on I asked for bids for the busing. It wasn't to
Right.
eliminate it. It was
But
to
we weren't, as a
verify.
board, we weren't discussing the possible elimination.
That's correct.
So do you have a recommendation on how you feel that should be reworded?
Express concern that, well, if you're
I
discussing
think- the cost of the Right, busing. that's what we The were doing. fees. However, the concern from open forum came that we were looking to eliminate it.
Correct.
So that's what that says, but it wasn't, you know.
That was his perception of the question of the fees.
But
Which
the
in fact
entire
was
board
not.
was considering that.
I would say that he expressed his concern that the board was discussing elimination.
So that's just.
That's
the
his concern. I mean,
interpretation.
How about just he expressed concern regarding possible
Possible.
elimination?
Yes.
I just don't want somebody to read it and think that
The
as a
board was
board
having a
that we
discussion,
discussed
because
it.
it wasn't on the, yes.
Right, right.
Mhm. Okay. Erica, do you have
So he
that?
expressed concern that the board
No,
was.
No,
no.
Express concern
Regarding
regarding
possible-
elimination.
possible elimination.
I am fine. I was surprised when you guys put this in my read, so it didn't work. So even if I would have changed, it's fine.
Okay. All right. While we're on the minutes, is there anything else on the minutes? Other items on the consent agenda, please.
Yes, I forwarded to the board information about Gourmet Gorilla in regards to the hot lunch program, and I know that that was just information because at last month's meeting, it was discussed that there was no other vendors available out there, so within 5 minutes, I found a vendor. I was looking for my card that I picked up last year at the National, that there are in fact other vendors, and I know it's on the agenda for December. When I contacted this person just to forward information, I said that we will be discussing this again in December, and that, to have, I gave him your information, Catherine. He suggested you start earlier, if you are gonna look for bids, and if you're looking for money. So I would like to propose, and maybe that would be in here, the pro forma, that we put that on for the October. And because there are in fact other vendors out there that I would like to investigate.
I want to correction on this. It was never stated that there were other vendors, that there were no other vendors.
Wait 1 second. I think the issue was the prepackaged lunch.
Yes.
Is what Catherine had brought up.
Right.
So,
That because we don't have a kitchen, that we have very limited options, that those were our only two options. Sierra, I believe, was one of them.
Ceres and
Ceres.
preferred meal.
Right. So the way I took that is that there was no other options, and when in fact, this company does provide it to schools without lunchrooms, or without kitchens, without full kitchens. They bring it, they set it up. So again, I would just like to put it out there that we explore this back in, maybe in October, so we do look at what our options are, instead of just saying that we're stuck with it, okay?
That's a good idea.
all right. Anything else on the consent agenda? Oh, yeah.
I had a couple. Just on the transportation, I'm just wondering why the kindergarten bus routes are more expensive than the regular routes.
Because of the timing.
Oh, the timing? Okay, I was just curious about that. I have two more
Plus on
things.
those, I think they stop at every house. They don't just stop at certain designated stops.
Oh, is that same with the band route then? Yeah, okay.
They stop at every house.
Okay, that's, good point. I didn't really know that. I knew the kindergarten bus did, I just didn't know what
Right,
the
I knew
buses.
that's what I.
Like the band bus and the after-school bus, I wasn't sure. Okay, the other question I had was on the school board policy, page 2 of 3. I just want a clarification on that. It says, "In the interest of encouraging free and open expression by board members during closed meetings, the recordings of closed meetings should not be used by board members to confirm or dispute the accuracy of recollections." Isn't that why you tape them, so you can, that's not why? I wasn't sure.
No.
Why-
They're taped as a matter of public, we have to tape them, we're required to.
Okay, so you don't go back and like review them, just, okay.
Never.
I wasn't sure.
And in fact, if we want to review them, we have to ask permission of our board to go back and review them.
Okay. And then the last thing is, I talked to Mark, I emailed my question to Mark today about the off-campus email and social networking guidelines. Bullet point number 1 talks about photographs.
Where
are you at? I'm sorry. I don't know. The,
Right before the report for discussion.
it says the acceptable use policy. Okay. Maybe I should number these pages. It's hard to find them. Just bullet point number 1, it says photographs. Whose photographs? The district's photographs or personal photographs? I don't think that's very clear.
Photographs taken on our premises.
Okay.
One more time, I guess I'm not there yet.
I'm sorry. It's,
Off campus?
yeah,
You're talking about, the heading is off-campus email and social networking guidelines?
yes.
And you're talking
Okay,
about the
which
third
one?
bullet?
The first bullet,
The first or,
yeah, the first bullet.
The first.
Doesn't it say photographs, the last word?
Yes.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure we have the same one.